Welcome everyone to our little corner of the internet, the Political Subversities Election Night Detox Party. The show will begin shortly. Please hang your clothes on the hook to your right, grab a robe, grab a drink. You can leave your street shoes in the cubby and put on a pair of spa sandals in your shoe size. If you don't have street shoes because you no longer go outside, that's okay too. We meet you where you are tonight. We kindly ask that you set aside your phone for literally just 1 hour. We understand that may feel impossible and that this is streaming from YouTube, so there's no way we can hold you accountable for that, but we think it might make you feel a little bit better. It's okay if you're feeling stressed. You are stressed. We are also stressed. It is November 3rd, 2020, and the fact of the matter is, somebody is going to be president at some point, but not before you get your eyebrows waxed, honey. This is a spa. We have pumice stones that you can use to spa yourself. And the stars are out tonight. We are here to help you exfoliate 2020. We've got Everytown for Gun Safety, Ryan Haddad, Jabari Brisport, Running River Collective, Be an Arts Hero, Cocoon Central Dance Team, James Monaco of James and Jerome, Youth Activists in Support of Planned Parenthood, Social Distance, and you. So, take a deep breath. Make sure your bottles of wine are within arm's reach. And let's take care of each other, y'all.
I have a question. Where'd you get that mask?
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 Your outfit matches your mask.
Your eyes match your mask.
Your outfit matches your mask. Your eyeliner matches your mask.
Do you wash your mask? You boil it. What about mine? How should I wash my mask? Just hang it in the sun. That doesn't seem like enough. I'll just boil mine too.
Where'd you get that mask?
Where'd you get that mask?
Where'd you get that mask?
Your outfit matches your mask.
Your eyeliner matches your mask.
How did you get it so tight around the jaw? I gotta get that mask. Do you think I should be wearing glasses? No, not like goggles, I don't think. Yeah, it could just be sunglasses. And oh my god, they match my mask. My sunglasses match my mask.
My blue light glasses match my mask.
My glasses match my mask.
That mask, where did you get it?
That mask, where did you get it?
That mask, where did you get it?
And how did your glasses not fog up? Oh, there's a non-fog spray. Yeah, no, I get it. And tell me again about how you got it so tight around the nose. There's a twist tie in there. Wow.
Monday mask.
Tuesday mask.
Birthday mask.
Party day mask.
Mask for this part.
And mask for that part.
Mask for dining outdoors.
Where'd you get that paisley mask?
Where'd you get that leopard mask?
You still like selling your groceries? Me neither. Love that mask. Did you read that article about those 2 White House operatives infiltrating the CDC? Sorry, what happened to who? Oh, what happened to WHO? The World Health Organization. I'm not sure. Where'd you get that mask? Amazon? You're a monster.
Bath salts.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us this election evening. We at Political Subversities recognize that your anxieties may be rising and falling like the tides on a new moon as you wait for the election results. So, to help you calm and center yourselves, a few of our members have offered to take turns leading a brief, relaxing, guided meditation. Please join us and find a comfortable position. Close your eyes if it's available to you, and take a deep, full belly breath. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. You deserved that. Our first guide will now begin.
Hi. If you find yourself tonight in an endless cycle of refreshing your newsfeed only to discover that nothing has changed in the last 27 seconds, break free. We won't know the results of the election tonight, probably not even this week. So put your phone down. Put it across the room. Put it under a pillow, out of sight. Put it under 2 pillows. Put it outside your window on the ledge. Maybe you live on the 7th floor and you leave it half on, half off the ledge and let fate decide. Maybe you let fate decide a lot of things tonight. Maybe you go kiss him tonight at long last. Maybe you just march right over to his apartment, knock on his door, and when he opens it, you rip off your mask, you rip off his mask, and you just savor the first human contact you've had in 7 months, because here we are, November 3rd, and who knows what tomorrow might...
Thank you for that. For the record, we at Political Subversities do encourage and endorse the use of masks and social distancing. I'm just going to have a quick word with our guides for tonight. We'll reconvene for another exercise in just a moment.
Andrew, we're not telling people to kiss.
Hello, everyone!
Coming to you.
Hello, everyone. These are my feet also saying hello. Yes, welcome to the internet. We are political subversities, and this is SPA. Give it up. Yes. We are coming to you live. I am live in a tub. That's a tub head. And we are so grateful for you. Thank you so much for coming to our election night detox show. We are so happy that you are joining us for 1 hour of what is hopefully just a little less stressful, right? It's a really crazy time, and we really miss you, friends, and we want to make you feel good. So thank you for being here. For those of you who do not know, Political Subversities is a collective of artists and educators who assemble from time to time to make funny, darkly funny, and subversive shows around pivotal political moments. And I don't know if you read the news lately, but this is one of them, okay? Wow.
Right
now. This show was initially conceived over 10 years ago by someone who is very near and dear to a lot of us, Tony nominee Elizabeth Swados. And together we have performed in venues all over New York, from Joe's Pub to comedy hubs like The Pit and Littlefield. But now, today, November 3rd, 2020. Can you hear my dangles on my... Anyway, November 3rd, 2020, we are coming to you live on, that's right, YouTube. Okay? Yes. How old are you? Do you even know what the internet is? Do you? Anyway, one of us tonight, one of our original Polysub members, happens to be a New York State senator, and that person is not me. Everybody, give it up for Jabari Brisport!
Jabari! Hey, everybody.
Welcome. Jabari, it is such a joy to have you here. Such a joy. We're going to start off with a few questions. What is State Senate?
The State Senate is one house of a bicameral legislature in New York, helping steer New York's $200 billion budget, everything from funding for hospitals to schools, reforming, transit systems and housing.
Wow. That's awesome, Jabari. Can you tell us about why there is no state spa?
Good question, yeah.
Thank you.
State spa. Yeah, it's funny you asked that. There's, New York was under Republican control for a lot of its history. Which I know is not like a complete answer, but
I think that explains it.
Yeah.
I do. And it's sort of in a similar vein, can you just explain to me, since there is no spa, will you explain to me in detail the leisure facilities in the State Senate?
Yes.
Well, the Capitol building, we each have an office, and might be a couch in the office. You may have you may have a fridge or a mini fridge if you would like, and possibly other chairs too for people to sit on, and
a jacuzzi.
No jacuzzi. But carpet. Soft.
Okay, if it's soft.
And
it's soft.
Yeah, it gets cold in Albany, so heating inside the building.
Wow. The government sounds so fun.
Yeah.
The government sounds so fun. So fun and carpeted with so many memories inside of that carpet of so many losses and hopefully some wins. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Real talk, Jabari. I'm gonna interview you real quick. Let me just pull out my this is my soap mic. I just angle right there. We go. If you could speak into the speaker, that would be really great. Real talk, Jabari. I just wanted to check in and see how you're feeling in all this time, and if there is anything you want to share with our audience tonight, any reflections or things to carry with us, regardless of how this evening turns out.
Yeah, thanks, Steph. I mean, I'm feeling good about my race. We have no opponent for the general election, so once we won the primary, that was it. We're done. We're going to the state senate. But in terms of the national election, it's gonna be a crazy night. So I just want to remind people that we are living in a political moment that is earth-shattering. It is completely new. We are seeing record turnout for the presidential election. The Black Lives Matter protests this summer were the largest protest movement this country has ever seen. And something is changing in America. And I think people can be optimistic that if they're part of it, it can be something that's changing for the better.
Thank you so much, Jabari. That was so beautiful and much needed to hear in this spa. Jabari, will you help us introduce our next guest?
Yeah, I just want to say, as artists, artists don't get enough cred, really. No one would just, if you say essential worker, nobody thinks, artist is the first thing on their list. But, when people were all locked up inside of their homes for quarantining and social distancing, the first thing everyone does is turn to Netflix and their video game systems and their music and, completely, it's art. And artists are not in great straits right now. A lot of us are unemployed, are facing no sense of income for who knows how long. And it's really, really scary. And the federal government is not stepping up to ensure that artists feel safe to pay their rent, buy their groceries, and pay for their medicine. So I want to give a shout out to a great organization called Be an Arts Hero, which is fighting for artists, ensuring that the federal government will release more funding to fight for them and ensure that they can live the lives that we all deserve. So take it away, Be an Arts Hero.
Hey everybody, Roki Shibashi, co-founder of Be an Arts Hero here. A bit about us. So we are only about 4 months old and we were born out of this crisis. When we looked around, realized that no one was coming to save us and that it was on us to advocate for ourselves and become the heroes that we were waiting for. So Be an Arts Hero is here to mobilize the entire arts and culture sector. Gone are the days where we silo ourselves off into our own individual lanes, advocating for our own individual needs. No more. We are here to activate a collective, to provide a unified front so that everyday blue-collar, rank-and-file arts workers can stand proudly shoulder to shoulder with celebrities, with union leaders, with small and large arts and culture institutions across the entire nation. We're also here to change the conversation so that artists can call themselves arts workers, because the work that we do is labor. We are a labor movement, and we are lobbying Congress so that the arts and culture sector can and will receive the support and the investment that is commensurate with our socioeconomic value. We're here to demand a seat at the table, and we're working fast and furious every damn day, and we will not stop until the arts and culture sector becomes a permanent, integral part of the national economic conversation. Thank you very much. Take it away, Matt.
Hi, this is Matthew from Be an Arts Hero. It's easy to start a fire. It's harder to start a movement. Harder still to get a bill passed through Congress. That's why we need you to go to beanartshero.com and find all the materials you need to contact your senators, your House rep, your governor, your mayor, anybody and everybody to get them to pass the Dawn Act. It's time to defend arts workers now. I really wish I hadn't burned that.
It's a bra. Subversive.
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in
Oh no, I was on
Yes. Cocoon Central.
Cocoon
long
Central
arms.
dance team. Thank you
What a
so
mask.
much. Yes.
That was what I wish Blue Man Group was.
If only.
This is currently my form of self-care, this beautiful face mask.
It's beautiful.
You look like a serial killer.
I look a little scary, but I do feel good. Just know that I feel okay.
As long as you feel good.
This
That's
is
all that
taking
matters.
Beautiful on the inside. Yes. Where are you, Cindy? Where is your spa taking place?
I am in Brooklyn. My spa is currently on my couch spa. Where are you guys?
I'm also in Brooklyn at my desk spa couch. Spa desk.
You guys, I got to Canada a couple of days ago. I have fled, and I'm in a town called Chilliwack in BC, in a bathtub in an Airbnb.
Oh my gosh. Is the air so fresh and clean over there? Is the maple syrup delicious? Does everyone have health insurance and they're so happy?
Yes, everything's perfect, and my skin has improved, and it's amazing.
Did you pet a moose?
Not yet. That's on my list.
Okay.
That moose has health insurance as well, I'm sure.
Yes, he does. Yes.
What a beautiful
So you live in Canada. You did the thing. You escaped.
did it.
I did it.
Did it, Nicole?
Oh, Cindy, it's just us. We're left here in America. Just us. But listen, we don't have to feel so bad. America's not going to be so terrible because there are some amazing young activists who are about to speak to us momentarily. You can keep your mask on, don't worry. And these young activists make it okay to be in America because they are extraordinary and inspiring, and they are going to speak to us about the issues that light them up the most and what they are most passionate about right now.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Hi, my name is Samaya Bubal, and I go by she, her pronouns. The main movement that I'm putting my energy into right now is the defund the police movement. Living in New York City, I witnessed firsthand how the NYPD treats its black and brown citizens, specifically its low-income residents, and I think it's atrocious and inhumane. It shouldn't be at the age of 16 that I'm living in fear of this huge militarized police force. I believe in defunding the police and reallocating those funds to community initiatives in order to stop crime at its root. After the election, I hope that politicians will start to look at black and brown people as people that they should actually serve and protect. I think so often politicians kind of look at us as people to give them a vote and to give them a win, and then they leave us behind. I don't want that to happen anymore. My battle cry right now is protect black women and Black trans lives matter.
Hi, my name is Claire and I use she, her pronouns. I'm into activism because I think that I can learn a lot from others involved as well as make changes in my community. I'm fighting for less stigma around sexual health and better resources for the LGBTQ community because I want the future of America to include more positivity and support around sexuality. I personally support Planned Parenthood because they provide a lot of affordable health care options as well as advocate for a lot of the same changes that I do. I'm excited to see growth from me and my peers as we fight for the changes that affect us. Bye!
I'm Helen and I use she, her pronouns. So I think I got into activism for a lot of reasons, but really I really love the community around activism. There's sort of this community of collective action and education, which I really love. I think there's also so much to be fighting for right now, but whenever I do something surrounding activism, I really do think that I'm fighting for my future and the future of all young people because the policies now will affect us for the rest of our lives. My biggest hope for the future of America is that more people realize the importance of our elections and not just our national ones, but local ones too, because they really do matter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Claire Liu and I use she, her pronouns. I got into activism in 2019 when several state legislatures passed anti-abortion bills. This led me to discovering more pressing issues in the US like LGBTQ rights, immigration, gun control, climate change, especially in this election cycle. I'm fighting for basic human rights and the right to choose. I'm fighting for my future and those who come after me. I want to see a less divided America where we can all work together to build a better country, where there's a place for everyone. No matter what happens tonight, Keep your faith in humanity. The fight is not over.
Wow. Young people these days are so cool.
Extremely. Never was I that cool, collected, like plugged in.
Yeah, real talk. I mean, I just think young people are just, their vocabulary and their intentions towards justice are just so beyond what I was doing when I was, 16. I was either, making out with people or not making out with people. What were you doing, Butler?
Mostly not making out with people. But I guess I could say that same thing and it would technically be true. It was definitely either one or the other. Oh, and hi everybody, I'm Andrew Butler. I escaped the chat. If you didn't know that YouTube Live has a chat, there's a chat. There's like a button. I don't know where it is, but I would love to hang out with you there. But I'm not there now because I'm here now, chatting with all of you, specifically because of how exciting these young folks are. We were really inspired to hear from them and really appreciate them taking the time to send us a message about the work that they're doing and the change that they're invested in. And we really wanted to support the causes that they're fighting for. So we're including 3 organizations that are doing that work in the split of tonight's proceeds. Steph, will you tell us about the first one?
It would be my absolute pleasure and honor, Butler. So the first organization that we want to spotlight and give offering to is Communities United for Police Reform. CPR is an unprecedented campaign that is working to end discriminatory policing in New York. And they are pursuing an approach to public safety that is based on respect for and holistic investment in communities, not on police targeting and harassment.
Mm-hmm. The second organization is the Marsha P. Johnson Institute, which protects and defends the human rights of Black transgender people. And they do this by organizing, advocating, creating an intentional community to heal, developing transformative leadership, and promoting their collective power.
And our last organization collective that we would love to spotlight and offer to is Harriet's Apothecary. I love their work so much. And I'll read you a little blurb straight from their Who We Are, because it is one of the most beautiful things I have ever heard. Harriet's Apothecary is an intergenerational healing village led by the brilliance and wisdom of Black, cis women, queer and trans healers, artists, health professionals, magicians, activists, and ancestors. They are committed to co-creating accessible, affordable, liberatory, all body loving, all gender honoring, community healing spaces that recognize, inspire, and deepen the healing genius of people who identify as Black, Indigenous, and people of color, and the allies that love us. So on that note, thank you, young folks. Thank you to these organizations for all that you do. And we're going to continue on with our show.
Bubbles.
Spritz. Welcome back to guided meditation with political subversities. If you look down and notice you are stress eating a family-sized lasagna, relax your grip and set it down. Very good. That will be there when you return, I promise. Please take a deep breath in and exhale on vibration. That's a little more panic than I would prefer to hear, but we'll get there. Guide 2, please begin.
You may be experiencing some physical tension tonight. And if that's the case, I invite you now to bring your shoulders down from your ears and to roll them backwards. That's a nice feeling of release, isn't it? And you know what? You can do that all the time, any time of the day. Bring your awareness back to your spine, elongate your spine, and stand tall. Like you did that one time with your cousin. You know the one. Stand firm. Because anyone who even minorly disagrees with a single one of your political beliefs deserves to be cut out of your life forever. You did the right thing. It's called boundaries. And yeah, she gave you a kidney, but you know what? It was a lot of years ago.
Brave. Brave choices. Excuse me just a moment.
Emma! No, girl. No. No.
And now, Polysub's tiny ladies consider 6 feet of social distance.
6 feet of social distance.
6 feet social distance.
6 feet of social distance. I'm only 5 foot, so that's like 10
air conditioners, I think, probably all in a row.
Right, yes, or like 27 complete works of Shakespeare all piled up.
It's like one inflatable kiddie pool.
Empty or full of water?
Full of spiders.
6 feet of social distance.
It's like 1,600 jelly beans if you double boiled them down into a paste and then hand rolled that paste into a rope, let that rope cool in a blast chiller, then unfurl that rope.
That would be 6 feet exactly.
Give or take an inch? Yeah.
It's like if you empty the contents of a wide-mouth mason jar.
Wow, yes. What's inside the jar? Spiders?
Could be spiders, could be sand.
Could be oat milk for surprising density variable.
Yes, and you take that oat milk and dump it into a larger wide-mouth mason jar, but it's not glass, it's ceramic.
That's gotta be 6 feet.
It's like 4,000 ants marching into a mandala-like configuration.
6 feet is like a tower of laundry baskets. Precarious.
It's like if you take all your Russian dolls, all your Russian nesting dolls.
I have a lot.
Yeah, and you line them up. But not like all of them, just the third doll. That size?
Yes.
Yes, you line up all your number 3 size Russian nesting dolls horizontally on the 40-yard line of a football field.
Right, and that's American football, right? We want to specify that metric?
Yeah. It's like 10 babies in a trench coat.
Well, that's fucking cute.
So cute. Aw, they're little tummies.
Yep, so we stack them up vertical.
And so they're standing side by side and they're getting stacked up in pairs.
In a double XL trench.
Yeah, or triple X, honestly.
Yep, to be safe. Double wide. You always want to double the width.
3 and 3 is 6.
And 2 3 times is 6 as well, so...
That was Polysub's tiny ladies consider 6 feet of social distance.
Hello there. I'm James. I'm one half of the music and storytelling duo Jerome and James. We also go by James and Jerome. The music that you're listening to is music that Jerome and I made recently together, but spread apart wearing masks, for me as a way of quelling anxiety. Here on this night, I'm going to lead you through a reflection on my friend here. This is Gudea. He's a close friend of me and Jerome. This is a statue at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, my favorite place in the entire world. The statue is up in the ancient Near East section. And this sculpture to me if I were to guess, just on sight without knowing anything about it, when it's from, I would think maybe it was by Picasso or by Georgia O'Keeffe or some other early American modernist. And yet it's not. This is a statue from the year 2100 BCE. You heard right. 2100 BCE, that's 4,120 years ago. And Gudea was a political ruler, and I thought it could be nice for us to contemplate, in this moment of immediate political import, a larger scale of time. Gudea here has just had a dream. The story goes that Gudea, an ancient Sumerian ruler, had a dream one night of a temple that he should build for his people, and of new laws that he should set for his people in order for there to be more fairness and more righteousness in his city. And he woke up from this dream and immediately had to write down the details, the scale, the size of the temple, and the ways that he should govern. And that's what you see on his lap. He's just woken up and wrote down on his lap the details of his dream. And Gudea's hands are folded because he is praying. And he actually had many of this statue made. There's, I think, hundreds of them scattered around museums around the world, because he felt that the more statues of him that existed in the world of him praying, the more he would ensure that as all time went on, he would eternally be praying in thankfulness, his favorite act. Now, when I feel an amount of anxiety or worry for the present moment, as you may, I like to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art with Jerome. I like to stand in front of this statue, which is just about yay high, and look into his eyes, think about how much I relate to this man, and then play a game, sometimes by myself and sometimes with Jerome. And this game goes something like this. You look into his eyes, you identify with Gudea, you see the kindness inside of him, you see the humanity there, you see the love in his nice woolen hat, his beanie, his beautiful unibrow, his soft shoulders and biceps, and you think to yourself, this man whom I relate to existed 2,100 years before Julius Caesar. That is to say, the distance from right now in 2020 to Julius Caesar is shorter than the distance from Julius Caesar back to this man. The Trojan War happened 1,000 years after this statue was built. Homer wrote about the Trojan War 1,300 years after this statue was built. Time is very large. I invite you to ponder the size of time as you look into Gudea's eyes. I put forth a wish that our rulers will dream good dreams, that in fact they will dream our dreams and not just their own dreams. I ask you also to take a moment to contemplate. If you were to command a statue of yourself to be built doing your favorite activity for all time in hundreds of copies, what would your statue be doing? Consider it for yourself. Let that image seep into your heart. And if you like, offer with me a thanks to Gudea, or whatever anonymous person built this statue of Gudea. And now say goodbye to him, and go visit him in the ancient Near East wing of the Metropolitan Museum of Art whenever you like. Peace.
Wow, James.
Oh, soothing, James Monaco.
Very soothing. Very
Thank you
soothing.
for the soothes, James Monaco. I'm so glad that James Monaco joined us this evening to soothe us.
Yes.
And I'm very soothed to be here with you, Jenna DeGuardi.
I'm extremely soothed. It's very, very soothing, Preston Martin. Thank you. Thank you so much. And James,
welcome.
Very soothing. The only thing that I can think of that might be more soothing is maybe this soothing facial spray that I have here. Do you want to try some, Preston? Are you ready?
Of course. Hit me.
Okay. Oh, yes. And I will spritz myself as well. How are you feeling after that?
I'm feeling very soothed. The soothing spray that just went directly into my
brain. This is very good.
I just sprayed it straight into my nose.
How are the cucumbers on your eyes?
They're drooping.
Yeah.
But so soothingly so.
Yes.
And I feel so very soothed that I think I'm soothed enough for our next guest.
Yes. Okay. Soothe away. So now next we have a message from Sophie Yan. So Sophie Yan works for Everytown for Gun Safety, which is our nation's largest gun violence prevention organization. They are a great organization. And before we give you her message, I just want to say very quickly that at the very last moment, PolySub realized an error that we made on our part, which is that we spelled Sophie's name slightly incorrectly. She spells it Sophie with a PH, and we wrote Sophie with an F. So we want to say we're sorry, Sophie, and we recognize the spelling of your name. And thank you for your message. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sophie, and I work at Everytown for Gun Safety, the nation's largest gun violence prevention organization. And I'm just so thrilled to be with all of you today. I know I've been a huge anxious mess over the last few weeks and months. So thank you to Political Subversities for pulling us together for an hour so we're not doom scrolling with MSNBC in the background or something. It's definitely been a roller coaster of a year over here, but our Moms Demand Action and Students Demand Action volunteers have been kicking butt while adjusting to the new normal. Gun violence has not stopped with this pandemic. In fact, the risk of gun violence has actually increased. We saw a surge of gun sales at the beginning of this time, and it taxed the background check system. That surge, combined with the lockdowns and the economic downturn, increased the risk for unintentional shootings by children who are stuck at home from school, for gun suicide, for those with financial uncertainties, and for domestic violence for victims who are sheltering in place with their abusers who may or may not have guns. In addition, city gun violence has persisted even during the shelter-in-place orders. The systemic and structural discrimination against communities of color has had deadly effects during this perfect storm of two public health crises. But this is why we have worked so hard to elect gun sense candidates up and down the ballot, from city council and school boards to the very top of the ticket, where we have the strongest gun in history in Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. It's hard to believe, but gun safety was not always this popular. It used to be the third rail of political issues, and no one would ever touch it. But now candidates are tripping over themselves to prove that they are the best on this issue. And we are here to support them. Across the country, Moms Demand Action volunteers made more than 1 million phone calls during our phone banks. Students Demand Action volunteers registered more than 100,000 new voters. And survivors of gun violence shared their stories and honored their loved ones who were shot and killed, and reminded voters of the real consequences of unchecked gun violence. And once we win, there will be so much more we can do on both the federal and local levels, from increasing funding in violence interruption programs that work block by block to address the root causes of violence in cities and communities, to stopping bad gun laws in state houses, like allowing guns in schools, to passing and enacting strong federal gun safety laws, many of which were actually passed in 2018 and have been sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk ever since, just waiting for a vote. We don't know what's going to happen today or maybe even this week, but I know we can't do this without the support of people all around the country. So to get involved, please visit our website at everytown.org or text JOIN, JOIN, to 64433. Thank you all again for having me, and fingers crossed for good results whenever they come. But in the meantime, remember to keep drinking water. Thank you.
running across your forehead, getting all the boring lines out.
That's good. What if it's just here?
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
I feel very, very relaxed.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. So I learned this in California. This is from Los Angeles. And I like this. And if you have some crystals, that's also good.
Got my crystal.
Light the fire. And you go in a circle 3 times. Reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the curse.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Pumpkin time.
Pumpkin time. Yeah.
Boogum now, baby, you're casting your spell on me. I say boogum now, baby, you're casting your spell on me. You got me doing funny things like a clown. Just look at me. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you, and you'd stay. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you. You'd stay. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you. Then you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time, my world was shattered.
I hope it goes better.
And now, that very important moment of the night when we check in with the election results. We turn now to our Poli-Sub polling expert, Cindy, to give us an update on the election. Cindy?
Thank you, Dominique. After today's election, exit pollsters are reaching out to American voters to find out who and what they voted for to get a head start on the actual election results. And while the science of polling does have its nuances and subtleties, it's actually a skill anyone can learn. Maybe you need a job.
Yes, I do. Desperately.
Well, let me explain to you everything you need to know about polling. What is polling, you ask? Polling is when and then because X. It's a sequence. 4, 7, and whatever else you want, really. Equations for letters. And then you say 1, 2, 3, then stop. Wait for the magic letter. And then make a design of your choice and
If design isn't your thing, then just make some sort of shape and say, well, what did I do that for? So you're saying for sure by the end of the night. Consider the population we have. And so 4 and 5 they're kindred spirits.
Welcome, everyone.
Wow. I think our magic is working. Is that right, Preston?
It is. We went away with our witchiness. It made all of our laptops too hot.
Too hot?
And now we're back.
Yes.
So sorry about it, and so happy that you stayed here with us. And we're going to go right back in. Still feeling soothed? Yes.
We hope so. I've got this tiny lady disco ball. I'm not sure if you noticed it.
Though I am not a tiny lady, I was gifted this by a tiny lady, and it brings tiny lady magic to my home.
Is it a tiny polysubby lady?
It is. I see her on my screen, but no one else can.
Secrets. Secrets.
Many, many secrets. Her name's Stephanie Shu. Everybody knows
Oh, I know her. I know her very well.
I'm so thankful for social distance and that magic Enya journey that we all went on together.
Me too. I didn't know that a spell could be cast with a ripe pumpkin, but here we are.
Some people could have taught us this, but no one could teach anything better than polling to us than Cindy Perchek. And here we go. We are back. Take it away, Cindy and Dom.
And now, that very important moment of the night when we check in with the election results. We turn now to our PoliSub polling expert, Cindy, to give us an update on the election. Cindy?
Thank you, Dominique. After today's election, exit pollsters are reaching out to American voters to find out who and what they voted for, to get a head start on the actual election results. And while the science of polling does have its nuances and subtleties, it's actually a skill anyone can learn. Maybe you need a job.
Yes, I do. Desperately.
Well, let me explain to you everything you need to know about polling. What is polling, you ask? Polling is when and then because X. It's a sequence. 4, 7, and whatever else you want, really. Equations for letters. And then you say 1, 2, 3, then stop. Wait for the magic letter. And then make a design of your choice. And if design isn't your thing, then just make some sort of shape and say, well, what did I do that for?
So you're saying we may not know the results for sure by the end of the night?
Consider the population we have of 5. And so 4 and 5 they're kindred spirits. And on the other hand, I have never read a single thing in my life. So when we throw stones, it's a question.
Is this still something I could get a job doing?
Well, call someone up that you don't know. Give them your phone number. Give them your social. Mathematically speaking, it's more like looking behind you. It's not about faith. It's about saying to the doctor, I'll accept that surgery that I never asked for. It's saying, I will open the drawer even though it's full of heinous memories. It's what we see up here. And down here would be almost the complete opposite. Calm down. It's nothing to be. We have a book about it. And there literally curves for days. So the American people have a destiny, so to speak, but they also have literally no skills at all, which is mathematically complicated, but also spiritually impossible.
Thanks for the update, Cindy. Sounds like a really important night.
When you leave your dog at home, does he answer the phone? And that's how polling works.
Wow. I'm really in a relaxing moment. I'm really deepening my spa vibe right now. And so my question for you, Preston, is like, should we check in with DC to see what's going on?
Absolutely not. I felt we were not to touch such things in our spa space.
You're right. But storyteller Ryan Haddad is in DC, and I wonder if we want to hear from him.
Yes, that is A-okay. I feel very good about that. I do want to hear from them. Let's hear from Ryan Haddad in DC.
Yes.
My piece tonight, I was instructed to make it light and airy and not at all scary. And I realized I've already not done my job and started to go down a rabbit hole of dread. But I am dreading something. I mean, I can't hide it. It's what's weighing on me. It's what's weighing on my heart and my mind in this really uncertain and scary time. When will I ever be able to date again? Literally ever. Like, when? When can I go on a date with someone, a first date with someone I don't know, or even someone that I have had a crush on for a long time, but we've never made it coalesce, and now maybe we're going to be naked. Like, aside from even being naked, when can I sit across a table from somebody, eat a meal, and then make out? Like, I just want to make out. And I'm wondering, like, is the CDC going to tell us when it is okay to make out? I don't. Just like I was waiting for Andrew Cuomo to tell me when it was safe to come back to New York. That never happened. Nobody said, like, everyone who left, come back. I'm sorry that I left. Don't judge me, but I'm a disabled person. And I was scared. And I didn't even know if I could wash a dish, much less cook a meal. And so I went home, and now I'm in Washington, and then I go back to New York. And I'm mostly thinking about dating while back in New York, because that's where I live, and I want, like, a husband, right? But in order to get a husband, I need to have a first date, and then I have to have a second date, and then maybe a third date, and then he needs to not run away, but then I also need to not run away, because it's not all on him. I have my own shit and my own, like, shutting down, turning off when people are interested in me. There was a guy here in DC that I started talking to on Scruff, and he was, I mean, he's just really, really hot, you know, the hottest person I've talked to in at least a year. And he was messaging me first and doing it again and doing it again and checking in, and how was your day? And whenever that happens, it's like, is something wrong with this individual that they're pursuing me? But he's so hot that I sort of let it go and got excited and was interested in seeing him, meeting him, but I can't because I'm doing a job. And if I get COVID, the whole job shuts down, and people's jobs are depending on me not getting COVID. So that means they're also depending on me not making out with people, including hot guy from Scruff, who then I matched with on Tinder. And what was so magical, so now we're on 2 platforms, and what was so magical is that his Tinder was entirely different photographs. None of them were recycled. I got a whole new album, and he continued to be really, really hot. And so I said, like, is this a sign? We've matched twice now. And he said, well, I've actually gone from DC to Colorado. Fuck. Did COVID prevent me from kissing my husband? Did COVID prevent me from having a husband? No, I can't blame it all on COVID. I was cleaning my kitchen at 4:30 in the morning last night. That could be why I'm single too. But anyway, this guy is so hot. I know I've said that 3 times. But I'll just leave you with this, because it really is the most moving message I've received in all of these scary months, which is, you know, one night I was eating dinner, sitting here alone in this artist housing, and he messages me after a pretty solid gap of time, like at least 24 hours. And all it says, I mean, just the perfect introduction, and it really touched my heart. He just wrote, I wish I was inside you.
2, 3, 4. It's time to swipe right. Hope to swipe right. COVID's in the air, and so is romance. I need to be touched, but I don't want to put on pants. It's time to...
Ooh, this guy has a backyard.
I could be that dog's stepmom?
Ooh, 95. Are you kidding? This person is on a boat in the middle of a fucking pandemic. No social distancing? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Swipe right, swipe right.
Oh my god, he's at a protest.
They're registering people to vote.
Ugh, I'm sorry, you're apolitical and a non-voter in this climate? He's kind of hot, though.
I don't want to put on pants.
He has a car? Take me upstate.
Ooh, they're Canadian. Take me to the snow.
Could he be in my pod? Is this fate?
Finally, I can make dinner for 2.
Apple picking with our new puppy.
Socially distanced wedding in Greenpoint.
Hug me, hug me.
It's a match!
So, do you have Disney Plus?
No!
Scrub your feet.
Welcome back to guided meditation with political subversities. I see a few of you are now in a fetal position. Please refrain from communication tonight with any friends or relatives not currently in the United States. Their concern is only going to make you feel worse. Please soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in and exhale on sound. Close enough. Guide 3, please proceed.
Shut up for a sec. Just hear me out, okay? I heard this thing on a podcast about oils, all these soothing oils. And then out of nowhere, my friend from high school DMs me and is like, oh, I sell soothing oils now. Are you anxious? And I was like, well, I'm alive, aren't I? And she was like, great, I'll sell you a starter pack for $300. And that was back in April. And I just got more, and I got more, and I got more. And now it's November and my entire apartment is covered in oil. I haven't left in weeks. I can't open the door because it's too slippery to grasp. And so I couldn't vote. And I have this nightmare that my one vote is going to decide the entire election. And I've doomed the fate of our country. But yeah, go back to breathing. Just go back to your breathing.
And look at that. That is all the time we have today for guided meditation with political subversities.
Okay, look, y'all. For real, we tried our best. We really felt like it was important to create actual real space for you to detox and disconnect from the stress, the real life stress of this moment. And in order to do that, if you're looking for that in a real way, we encourage you to check out Running River Collective's beautiful work.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Quasi.
I'm KO.
We're part of the Running River Collective. We hope you guys have been having a great time, good energy, good laughs. And we want to just take a moment to bring everything home and really talk about what this evening is about. 2020 has been a year like no other. While we had a promise or a hope for a bright new decade with new goals, this year just hit different.
Yeah, this year hit so different. A lot of us don't even know what is going on. Some of us got hit worse than others. Some of us may have been able to see the end of this year. Some didn't. We want to keep them in our memories and our hearts. And just know that we don't know what the future holds, but we know we can hold each other down throughout these times. And I think that's what's most important.
Exactly. One thing we've learned, if anything, this year is that we're stronger together than we are divided. And on an evening like this, when there are so many things that are out of our hands, let's take a moment to really connect with something that serves us and that's there for us all the time. If it's available to you, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and allow yourself to be held in this moment. Allow the eyes to close, allow the face to relax. And for some of us, this might be the first time in a long time where you can take the burden off of your shoulders. Feel your heart beating into your palms. Feel your abdomen expanding into your palms. Feel the life force in your body, unique to you, being shared collectively in this moment. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out.
Let's take a breath for the people we love. Inhale, hold it at the top, acknowledge these loved ones, and exhale, send our breath to them.
Let's take a breath for those in our life that we have lost. Let's take a big breath in as if we could send breath into their body. And exhale, release it out, let it go.
Let's take another breath. This time, let's take a breath to ground ourselves, to stop, to recollect. Inhale. Root down. Exhale. All will be okay.
And from here, as you let the hands relax, as you allow your body to stay easy, remember that this is only the first step, but it's a step that you can come back to for as long as you're alive. When things go up and down, when things are out of our control, we have this time to intentionally find our breath, to find our center, to regain our ability to respond, and to firmly plant ourselves into our own accountability. Together, we can make it better. It's one of the traditions here at the Running River Collective to pour out libations for those that we are in memory of. So at this time, we would like to acknowledge all of the people who we've lost in 2020. We'd like to acknowledge specifically those we've lost to the coronavirus, 2020. We would like to acknowledge all those we've lost from institutionalized violence, both domestic, government, and all those unnamed. We'd like to pour out for Breonna Taylor. Ashe.
Ashe. George Floyd.
Ashe. Ahmaud Arbery. And all those unnamed, we send our memory out to them as well. But listen, this is not a sad song. Because you're here watching this, you still have a fight in the game. And we won't stop until everything's better. So enjoy your night. Take this time. Be with the people that you love. Refill your tank so that tomorrow, whatever happens, we are good to go and we're doing what we need to do to see a bigger and brighter future.
That's right. And make sure you carry the flame.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Peace. Love from the Running River Collective. We out, y'all.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flame.
I said we won't stop until everything's better. I said we won't stop until everything's better. We won't stop until everything's better. We won't stop until everything's better. Yeah.
An unpopular opinion that I would like to share. A small and simple thought when thinking is so rare. If we all tried forgiveness,
forgive who?
If we all cried without shame,
I'm so ashamed.
then we might see our country and be proud of its name. America, we forgive you.
America, you're doing us wrong.
But we do see who you want to be. We forgive you for earning this song.
Apple for releasing 4 fucking new iPhone 12s when nobody has a job.
For TikTok. I don't understand it. Is it a clock? What is it? Seriously, my phone's dead.
For shattering my idealism, because the fragments I pick up and examine are much more useful than the flat mirror they used to be.
For thinking the spread of COVID in New York City is all from China. It came from Europe. Don't punch an Asian. Thank you. Good night.
I can forgive you for my tears, but not for the tears of my neighbor.
I forgive well-meaning white people for overcompensating for their guilt.
I forgive those same white people taking pictures of themselves, reading about that same white guilt.
I would forgive America for your complicated history if you could own it. Take accountability.
Okay, with that last one, I think we're straying from forgiveness.
I think I could forgive you for the things you didn't know, but I'm not so sure forgiveness is the thing we need to grow.
Please don't white-splain in a rhyming couplet right now.
I don't forgive you for putting black people in jail for pot while I eat 1 million gummies.
Right, I don't forgive for that either.
To circle back, I can't forgive you for China virus, Kung flu, and for blaming Asians and Asian Americans for COVID-19. I can't forgive you for making folks feel so unsafe here.
Okay, I don't forgive. I'm having an Inception-like series of thoughts. Dang, yeah, okay. Oh, this just got complicated.
America, we're trying to forgive you.
America, you're doing us wrong.
But we think we see who we want to be.
We forgive you for earning this song.
What's our story? America,
We're looking at you. Can you give us something? Oh, anything, please.
To pledge our allegiance to.
Boom. 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 Dance. I dance alone in my room. I dance alone on the Zoom. I dance alone by the bloom, like boom, boom. I dance alone on the street, as long as you are 6 feet away. I dance so hard on my feet, like screech, screech. Cause it makes me happy. And I want to feel happy. I've just got to feel happy. Cause sometimes I feel sad. Yeah, sometimes I feel sad. I've been feeling kind of sad. Haha. Haha. Dance. So I dance alone in my bed. I dance alone in my head. I dance alone with Ted. Yeah, Ted, Ted. I dance alone with the sky. I dance alone on the fly. I dance alone and eat pie. Yes, pie, pie. Dance break. Dance cake. Dance, yay. Dance, dance, dance. Show me. Show me. Show we. Show we. Yes. 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 Scrub the lemon. You can dance alone in your room. You can dance alone in your Zoom. You can dance alone by your bloom, like bloom, bloom. We can dance alone on the street. We can dance alone from 6 feet away. We dance so hard on our feet, like sweet, sweet. If it makes we happy. If we want to feel happy, it can help you feel happy. Cause shit is really hard right now, and sometimes you just gotta dance it out. Boom.
Yeah.
All right.
We done.
Love you all.
Love you.
Love you all. Wow.
And that's it. That's it, y'all. That's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you again to all of our guests for contributing your magic to this evening. If any of you watching at home or wherever you may be are interested in contributing to any of the incredible organizations represented tonight, you can still head over to the Eventbrite and donate. Despite the low-key trauma that we have all experienced this year, we are so happy that we got to share this space, albeit virtual, with all of you. Thank you for being here. Special thanks to Troy Anthony, Alan Washington, Doug Wydick, Matthew Lewis, Lowell Meyer, and Cowboy Bear Ninja for your additional contributions. And thank you again to, just to name our guests one more time, Be an Arts Hero, Jabari Brisport, Cocoon Central Dance Team, our youth activists, Sumaya, Helen, Claire D, and Claire L, James Monaco, Social Distance, Ryan Haddad, and Running River Collective. We hope that no matter what happens this evening, tomorrow, or in the years to come, that we continue to keep educating ourselves, to keep listening to people different from ourselves, to move in solidarity, to fight that good fight, and to take care of each other all the while. And when in doubt, just scrub the lemon. Now, click the link in the description or in the live chat to head over to our social distance after party, because it's time to dance.
We love you.
Love you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dance, dance.
It's gonna be okay.
Dance, come dance, come dance.